Well, Denisse Rudich is the founder and director of Rudich Advisory. She joins me now live from Saskatoon in Canada. Great to have you on with us. No joint statement, as we know, from the G20 due to the divisions over Ukraine, with China and Russia predictably opposing it. But I'm wondering, does that really matter? Is a joint statement hold any significance other than just being a symbolic show of unity?
So we've seen this before. Last year during the Bali summit, when the Indonesia presidency was acting as host, there were no agreements on any statements until the actual summit itself was held. So on the one hand, the show of unity is really important. However, it doesn't mean that by the end of the summit process, there will not be a joint statement. And we are living in times of war. So I think what is important is that, the countries keep on meeting, that there continues to be an open dialogue in some format. And that, as President Modi says, we continue to focus and look at areas that unite us as opposed to the areas that divide us.
Despite the lack of consensus over the Ukraine war, do you think that there can be room for common ground still among the G20 nations on other global issues, for example, the climate and food insecurity?
Absolutely. So the finance ministers were meeting, in addition to discuss all of the geopolitical issues that are on the table, issues such as the continued ongoing war against drugs, fentanyl, and other narcotics, gender equality. We still have global health issues that are happening around the world, and still dealing with the aftermath of COVID-19. Gender issues continue to be on the agenda, as well as things such as the need for greater multilateralism and definitely food and energy security. This is something that affects every country around the world. So I think that there can be some sort of common ground found in these areas,
Well, what does this mean
or I
for,
hope.
what does this mean as far as a test for Indian diplomacy as it holds the G20 presidency until the fourth quarter of this year? Is this a chance for India to almost show off, assuming it is successful, and show that it can balance relations in such a difficult time?
Oh, I think it is a very, very challenging. If India manages to uh, continue to bring the countries together and continues to foster some sort of a dialogue between the G20 countries, I think it will be a diplomatic coup in some way. With regards to lessons from the past, last year, again, we did not expect for there to be, agreement on many issues. Again, we expected Ukraine to continue to dominate. But I think it does give India the opportunity to kind of showcase the country on a very global platform. I mean, it's an incredibly important country. It's a strategic partner to many countries around the world, and it has maintained a form of neutrality in a way, in the sense that it does have a reliance on um, energy and from Russia, but it's also seen as a strategic partner to the U.S. and it does hold. Um, it is acting as the host at the moment. So
Okay, we'll leave it there. Denisse Rudich joining us from Saskatoon. Thank you.
thank you.